Grand Prix winner Max Verstappen was born just down the road in nearby Hasselt here in Belgium. He grew up here, he did thousands upon thousands of laps, and in 2013 he became not only the European but also the World Karting Champion. But not only Max, everybody raced here. Everyone, Lewis, Nico, Kimi, Michael Schumacher. In fact, Max's father, Jos, became the 1989 European champion right here at Genk in Belgium. However, we can't live in the past. A new chapter in history is about to be written. This is the second round of the CIK FIA European Championships right here at Genk in Belgium. But before we start today's program, let's take a look back at what happened in the opening round of the series. The German driver Leon Kuhler warmed up for the European Championship opener by racing his national championship just a few days earlier. He then set the time to beat in his first group, a 52.067. The Swede Brandon Nilsson was fastest in the second group, whilst the almost local Martijn van Leuven from just over the Dutch border missed out on pole by just 0.064 of a second. From there, it only got better for Kuhler, the KSM Schumacher team driver taking 4 heat wins from 4 starts. Third in last year's championship, the Italian Alex Irlando also took a couple of heat wins, as did his French Storycar teammate Tom Louet. The Italian Matteo Vigano, who won this round of the series in 2016, was never out of the top 3, while his Tony Kart teammate Alessio Piccini was also consistently in the top 5. A crash between Nielsen and Van Leuven in Heat 2 cost them both points, to the benefit of the likes of Fabrizio Rosati, Alexander Dalberg, Pierre Loubert, and the Italian Riccardo Longhi. However, Kohler looks definitely the one to beat. He will start the final from pole position. After switching to the Cosmic Kart team just a month ago, the 28-year-old from Finland, Simo Puhaka, incredibly took his third pole position in a row. The young Dutch driver Marijn Kremers missed pole by just 0.004 of a second. Patrick Hayek was third, whilst the reigning world champion Paolo De Conto was 8th. The 5-time and reigning European champion Marco Ardigo, who remember missed the first round through injury, was only 13th at the end of qualifying. Puhaka led away off the start and looked to continue the fairy tale until he had an engine failure on the second last lap. Stan the Man Pex inherited the lead on his home circuit before Patrick Hayek passed him to take the first heat win. The young Dutchman Kremers took the second heat win, holding off the reigning world champion Paolo De Conto for the second heat win, whilst behind an incident claimed the French driver Anthony Abbas and the other Cosmic pilot Patrick Hayek. Ardigo ultimately succumbed to injury once again and will not race the final, while both Iglesias and Camplesi were excluded from the event for technical infringements, leaving Abbas and the local driver, Rek Dreisen, to start the final on the front row of the grid. The first round of the new season for the young drivers in the CIK FIA Academy Trophy took place also at the Genk circuit. 51 drivers from 39 nations, including from such places as Kuwait, Mozambique, Peru, India, Estonia, along with drivers from the traditional motorsport strongholds such as the UK, Italy, Germany and Brazil, took to the Genk circuit for qualifying, including a record 6 girls. Jamie Day led the way in the first group of qualifying. He clocked a time of 56.525 seconds around the 1.35 kilometre Belgian circuit. However, on his home track, Xavier Hansayem was the only driver to go under 56 seconds and he took pole position. He continued his great form, taking 2 heat wins. The Dutchman Mike van Vliet was also to get the checkered flag first in a couple of his heats, whilst a strong showing from the likes of Kobe Powell's, Japan's Jai Okazumi and England's Joseph Taylor had them qualify near the front for the final. The almost local, the Dutchman Mike van Vliet, will start the final from pole position with Hans AM, the local Belgian pilot, on the outside of the front row. "51 drivers here this weekend from 39 countries all around the world. On behalf of the CIK, that must make you extremely proud."
Yes, but honestly, in an ideal world, so we have one driver, one girl driver. There's a place reserved for women in motorsport. So means in theory we could have even 50 countries. Of course, 39 is wonderful, but the target should be to have even more countries, and especially countries where karting is not so well known, like in, let me say, Central of Europe. And I'm happy to have this year especially a driver from Australia, where karting is well educated. And but it's the first time and it's wonderful. And then we have from African countries, from South America. So that's, I think, pretty successful, yes. And I think we have also, if you compare this to other years, I think we have very good places. So the second round will be in Le Mans, the third round will be in Allerherme. And yeah, let's see. So, and on top of that, there's the anniversary, 100 years of Finland. And I think it will be a great event, especially in Allerherme, the last round.
Mike van Vliet leads them up to the light. We've got to start. He leads down into turn number 1. Xavier Hansayem tries the outside NASCAR line. Can he make it stick? Kobe Powell runs out wide. Rejoins. Oh, he's gone very, very wide. Almost has the nose taken off, does the Japanese driver Jai Okazumi, who I think is going to slot into position number 3. Up the back straight there, 3 wide already. Van Vliet has to cover off Joseph Taylor from England. Here they come, Mike van Vliet, the Dutchman, 5.06. Under pressure from Joseph Taylor, Jai Okazumi, who sits reasonably tall in that kart, runs in P3. Xavier Hansayem, he's back in 4th, but look at the gap. The front 3 have managed to pull away. The 2 Belgians running 4 and 5, Hansayem and Powles. Down the inside, Hansayem makes the move. Taylor back into 3rd spot. Can he respond? He tries the outside line. Timon van der Helm. He's watching all this very, very interestedly. Hansayem looks up beside him. Taylor, he's now off the podium. Nice move by Timon van der Helm. The 505 car, the Dutchman, makes it 2 drivers from Holland now on the podium. Gets it airborne rallycross style. We've got a change for second spot. Timon van der Helm takes second. Hansheim tries to fight back. They go side by side. Down in front of the grandstand. Skellier up. The Dane now up into P4. With 3 laps to go, this race starts to come alive. They're side by side still. The Dutch, the Dane, the Brit Joseph Taylor. He's not out of this either. Again, side by side on the start-finish straight. They try and drive each other into the grass. It is Timon van der Helm who will hold on to second spot with 2 laps remaining. Down the inside, the 509 of Oliver Skellier up. The Dane, he's up on the podium with a lap and a half left to go. But the win by a country mile goes to Mike van Vogt. We wait for second place. Timon van der Helm makes it a Dutch 1-2 here in Belgium. A great start for the Academy Trophy, their first round for 2017. Stay with us after the break, the 2 finals for the KZ Gearbox categories. You're watching the CIK FIA European Championships right here at Genk in Belgium. The green flag flies at the back. We're ready to race Genk, Belgium, the first race of the KZ2 European season. We are green. Kohler gets a good start. They're drag racing off the line. Louis back into third spot, but it's Irlando around the outside, the front row of the grid. Kohler into second spot. We've already got a race on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be something else. In fact, it's Matteo Vigano up into second spot. Kohler's lost out. Kohler's actually, this is the worst he's had it all weekend when it counts. So let's recap it. At the early part of the first lap, Alex Irlando started on the outside of the front row of the grid. He got off the line best. It was a drag race into the first corner. He leads from the driver who won here last year, Matteo Vigano. And it looks as though the Soddy kart, indeed, of Tom Louis, he's in third spot. So the CPB Sport karts, they're running 1 and 3. Vigano is in second. Kohler, he hasn't had karts in front of him all weekend. He's in P4. Ricardo Long is 5. Up the inside goes Vigano. He takes the lead. Matteo Vigano leads the race that he won here not 1 year ago. He won in a top kart in 2016. He leads the first race of the Euro Series for the green team. Irlando back to second. It's still Italians 1 and 2. The French driver Louis goes through on his teammate. Here comes Kohler. Here comes the German. He needs to recover from that bad start. He's up the inside. Risky stuff from the KSM Schumacher team pilot. Ricardo Longhi back there in 5th spot from Lubert. And don't discount Martin van Leven, the race leader from Milan in Italy, Matteo Vigano. Up the inside, the Soddy kart drivers change positions. And you know who's going to benefit? The German, Leon Kohler. This is the start of their third lap. They've completed 2. There is the pole sitter, the driver who dominated the heats for KSM Schumacher Racing. He's in third. He's all on the back of the 302 kart. He's down the inside. Oh, makes the move. Irlando gave him space, but he had no choice. The green machines run 1 and 2 here at Genk in Belgium. Irlando goes back a spot. Pierre Lubert, he's on the charge also. Martin van Leven right behind him. This time Irlando is close. He's really close. He's up the inside. He says to Leon, if you're not going to set about catching Matteo, I'll do the work myself. The Soddy kart splits the green machines. Alex Irlando, third in the Euro Champs last year. He now runs P2. Longy wants to make it 3 different manufacturers in the top 3. The green machines running first and third at the moment. Vigano, superb. Down the inside at the end of the back straight. Cooler tries to give him room. He goes round the outside, takes the high line, and says, no you don't, Ricardo. I haven't dominated the whole weekend to just fall off the podium quite so easy. He looks behind him. Longy does the same. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got a race on our hands. The Birolart now in the slipstream of the Tony kart. He will try again down the inside. Oh, Riccardo Longhi, the Italian, is now up on the podium. Leon Kula, who has dominated the whole weekend, he's back in 4th. He did not get off the line well. He was back to 2nd. Irlando took him. You just saw Riccardo Longhi down the inside. This would also... The fairy tale was supposed to be that of the German Leon Kohler. He's 4th. He won't make the podium. The fairy tale will be to Matteo Vigano. He rounds the final corner, and for the 2nd year in the row, he wins the European Championship race here at Genk. He takes the checkered flag and takes a dominant victory this afternoon. Alex Irlando is 2nd. Riccardo Longhi takes the 3rd step of the podium.
Maybe not so fun for me, but it was because it was a tough race from the first lap to the end, because Alex was fast and I was seeing from the TV was close to me, so I managed to keep the gap till the last lap.
Unfortunately for the Italian driver Riccardo Longhi, he was given a 10-second penalty for a drop nose cone, elevating the German Leon Kohler to the final step of the podium. The green flag flies at the back of the field. Stand by for the start. Drazen launches off the start, but a good launch also by Anthony Abbas. Drazen into 2nd spot. DeConto round the outside, kart number 4. Stan the man Pex up into position 4. DeConto's gone 3rd. Hilbrand around the outside, but Abbas leads the opening lap. He gets that Soddy kart turn in as they race up the back highway straight for the first time. Kramer's in 2nd spot, goes defensive. Has half a look, he'll be slow on the exit. DeConto knows it. Paolo DeConto, winner of the opening round of the European Championship. Will he dive up the inside at this early part of the race? He's all over the back of the Birolart right in front of him. The thunderclouds roll in here at Belgium. DeConto. Oh, look at that. Down the inside. In fact, it is Kramer's. My apologies. Kramer's the best of the Birolarts. He's actually Drazen back in 5th spot. So DeConto now back into 2nd. Takes the Belgian. He's back in 3rd. The Frenchman in the Soddy kart sideways on the entry to that corner. This is going to shape up into one tremendous battle. This is his home circuit. He has done thousands upon thousands of laps here. He could almost drive it blindfolded. There's an idea. As DeConto goes down the inside. Kramers tries to follow him through. Can't quite do it. Abbas back to 2nd spot. The reigning world champion, Paolo DeConto. Can he make it 2 from 2? He won in Sarno. He leads here lap number 3 at Genk in Belgium. They will have to fight back. They will have to make a move. Kramers knows it, and he goes back into 2nd spot. Abbas back to 3rd. Stan the man Pex runs in P4. From the driver he knows oh so well, the Belgian Marek Drazen. Behind him, the first Tony kart, that's Pedrito Hilbrand. And a great start by Lundberg as Pex forces his way past the French driver. Drazen tries to follow through. As Kramers looks behind him, grabs another gear. 5th along the back straight, down through the chicane towards the old part of the circuit. There it was, flashing by in the background. So DeConto, 0.532 of a second, officially from Kramers. Then it's Pex. We'll check the gap for you. Kramers, he's running out of time. He closes up. DeConto, a little bit of wheel spin on the exit. 2 laps now remain. It's down to 0.2 of a second. The Dutchman takes another 10th out of the Italian last time round. He needs to make a decisive move. He needs to do it in the style of none other than the driver in front of him. He needs to make a DeConto type move. DeConto sideways on the exit. I think his Bridgestone tyres have dried enough. Can Kramers do it? Oh, down the inside, side by side over the ripple strip. Kramers almost took the lead. That cost him, they did not touch. What a race with a lap and a half to go. I thought it was all over, but he's still got another chance. DeConto was slow on the exit. The last lap board is being readied for the reigning world champion. I don't think Kramers can do it, or do we speak too soon? Up the back straight they go for the final time, near on the last opportunity. Kramers again tries the inside, can't do it. DeConto trying to hang on for dear life. Again, Kramers sideways on the exit, under wheel spin. Here's another opportunity. DeConto knows it, he does not flinch. Down in front of the grandstand. The final few corners, can Kramers make the move into the pit hairpin? Kramers is too far back, will he try it? He can't do it. For the second time in a row, the reigning world champion Paolo DeConto wins a round of the European Championship. What a win for the driver from Italy. Kramers second. Let's check the gap for you. 0.0. Brilliant sportsmanship from Kramers. We'll see him up on the podium. DeConto wins, and the Dutch driver Stan Pex. Again, the Dutch dominance here in Belgium. Stan finishes in P3.
Unfortunately, I get the front fairing penalty, so I lost the pole for the final. But I started P4, and then in the final was more easy to come back and get the lead and can push from the front.
Mike van Voet leads the first round of the Academy Trophy from his countryman, Timon van der Helm, while the Belgian Xavier Hansayem lies third in the series. So Matteo Vigano leads after the first round of the championship from his countryman Alexi Lando, and the German driver Leon Kohler third in the standings. Paolo DeConto leads the championship after 2 rounds. In second place, Stan Pex, while the driver from the Czech Republic, Patrick Hayek, lies third in the standings. Another brilliant weekend of racing right here at Genk in Belgium. Well, from here we go to the next round of the series at the brand new Fernando Alonso karting circuit up in the north of Spain. But for now, on behalf of all the team, WSK Promotion and the CIK, we'll see you next time we go racing the European Kart Racing Championships.